Good morning, I'm Corey Dew.
And I'm Justin Fisher. Here's a look at some of today's top stories from 2 News Oklahoma. 101 years ago today, the city of Tulsa erupted with chaos and tragedy. As the Tulsa Race Massacre of 1921 started, it is currently estimated that as many as 300 people, mostly black, died in the attack. Over the weekend, hundreds gathered to commemorate the tragedy at Tulsa Legacy Fest. 101 years later, the Greenwood District growing with new locally owned businesses and a museum that tells the history of that massacre.
Funeral services begin this week for the 19 children and 2 teachers killed in last Tuesday's deadly mass shooting in Uvalde, Texas. Monday, hundreds arriving to remember 10-year-old Amaru Jo Garza. Family says the 4th grader called 911 in those fateful moments. Her service is the first of 21. And
in the wake of that shooting, there is renewed pressure to change gun safety laws in the U.S. Democrats and Republicans are working on a plan to address gun violence. It does include background checks, expanded background checks, and red flag rules to ban weapons from those deemed a danger. It also apparently will have more school safety resources and raising the gun buying age to 21. Congress is on recess this week, but a bipartisan group of senators is working during that break, trying to find a plan, a common ground here. They do hope to have that deal by June 6th.
All right, let's get a check of that forecast with meteorologist Michael Sager.
Keeping an eye on the threat for storms to increase by late afternoon and evening across parts of green country. But until we get to that point, though, we'll have a warm and windy day. High temperatures mid to upper 80s. That severe threat is going to be highest to the north and to the west. 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts possible, possibly hail getting larger than 2 inches in diameter in some of those stronger storms. And there is potential that some of these storms may get a little closer to I-44 by late tonight. But the main threat will be here to the north and west. And that's also where the flood threat is going to be highest. That threat drops a little farther south into Wednesday, and our temperatures will drop off as we finish out the week behind a cold front that's going to produce those storms. Still a slight chance of storms lingering into your weekend plans too.